Is Nigeria heading towards an economic catastrophe under President Bola Tinubu? This question resonates deeply as the nation's economic landscape has dramatically shifted. Since Tinubu took office a year ago, promises of renewed hope, economic growth, and security reforms have given way to skyrocketing prices, economic instability, and widespread discontent. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu came into office a year ago with a vision of renewed hope and promises of economic growth, job creation, and security reforms. However, the reality after 12 months in power starkly contrasts with these lofty goals. Instead of prosperity, Nigerians are grappling with skyrocketing prices, economic instability, and a significant decline in the nation's economic standing. This situation has fueled widespread discontent and raises questions about the direction of Tinubu's leadership. Tinubu's inauguration on May 29, 2023 was met with optimism, as he vowed to turn the tide on Nigeria's economic woes. His promise of delivering higher economic growth and creating 1 million new jobs was a beacon of hope. On his first day in office, Tinubu made a bold move by removing a decades-long subsidy on petrol, aiming to free up resources and encourage a market-driven economy. He also tasked the central bank with pursuing a market-driven exchange rate, leading to a significant increase in the benchmark lending rate to combat inflation. Despite these measures, Nigeria's inflation has surged to a 3-decade high, climbing from 22% to 33% over the past year. The removal of the petrol subsidy was initially intended to stabilize the economy, resulted in a doubling of fuel prices, exacerbating the cost of living crisis. This policy has been particularly harsh on everyday Nigerians, like Olusegun Akinsanya, who now struggles with inconsistent income due to economic conditions, forcing his employer to shift from fixed salaries to a per-contract basis. Such stories are becoming increasingly common as the economic hardship deepens. Before we delve deeper, if you find this analysis insightful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us bring you more critical updates and insights that mainstream media often overlook. The economic turmoil is not limited to inflation and fuel prices. Nigeria is projected to fall to 4th place among Africa's largest economies, a significant decline from its previous standing. The naira has lost about 60% of its value following 2 devaluations, severely impacting the purchasing power of Nigerians. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, projects the size of Nigeria's economy to shrink dramatically, further dashing Tinubu's ambitious goal of transforming Nigeria into a $1 trillion economy by 2030. In addition to economic missteps, Tinubu's administration has struggled with internal security. Despite pledges to prioritize security reforms, deaths due to abductions and gang violence have risen, painting a grim picture of the country's safety landscape. This failure to curb violence and ensure security further undermines the president's credibility and adds to the populace's disillusionment. The government's response to the economic crisis has also been met with criticism. The largest union for Nigerian government workers demanded a tripling of the national minimum wage to match the soaring cost of living. However, the government's offer fell short of even doubling the current minimum wage, leading to a rejection from the union and highlighting the growing gap between government actions and public needs. President Tinubu's initial actions and rapid decision-making, such as forming his cabinet and outlining an economic plan, provided a glimmer of hope. However, these steps have proven insufficient in addressing the deep-rooted issues. Despite an increase in oil production, crucial for funding the national budget, and the anticipated benefits from the new Dangote refinery, these positive developments have not translated into tangible relief for the general populace. Observers like Matthew Page from Chatham House suggest that while Tinubu may be managing Nigeria less badly than his predecessor Muhammadu Buhari, the situation remains dire. Structural corruption and policies aimed at appeasing elite interests, such as the substantial subsidy for Islamic pilgrimages, indicating that political maneuvering is taking precedence over necessary economic reforms. Moreover, the administration has faced significant challenges in effectively communicating its policies and garnering public support. As noted by Amaka Anku of the Eurasia Group, there is a notable disconnect between the government's actions and its ability to create a unifying message that resonates with the people. This lack of clear direction exacerbates the public's frustration and undermines confidence in the government's capacity to steer the country toward recovery. As Nigeria grapples with these multifaceted challenges, it is clear that the government's focus should shift from political rivalries and appeasing elites to address the pressing economic and security needs of its citizens. The suffering of ordinary Nigerians, plagued by unemployment, food insecurity, and poor infrastructure, must take center stage in the government's agenda. For a deeper understanding of the critical issues facing Nigeria and insights that mainstream media often overlook, we encourage our viewers to subscribe to our channel. Stay informed with comprehensive analyses and updates as we continue to monitor and report on the nation's unfolding economic and political landscape.